south of the U.S.-Mexico border, Mexican cartels now targeting American companies doing business in Mexico. We are hearing reports of trucks being hijacked, threats of extortion, and employees being forced to look the other way as the cartels are using their companies to move their drugs. NewsNation border correspondent Jorge Ventura joining us live from San Antonio on this. Jorge, what types of workers are being targeted by the cartels?
Well, Natasha, we are learning now that Mexican cartels targeting American companies in Mexico, anywhere from extortion to hijacking, even forcing employees to run drugs for those criminal groups. Now, according to the American Chamber of Commerce in Mexico, 1 in 8 businesses have reported organized criminal organizations taking at least partial control of their operations, whether it's sales, distribution, or pricing. While truck drivers are the most commonly targeted, there has been an uptick in the targeting of executives as well. Using threats of violence, cartels have also embedded themselves in the distribution networks of these companies, and many of their shipments are actually cleared by U.S. Customs, allowing for cartels to slip drugs into these shipments undetected. Now, additional complicating factor in this story is that the Trump administration has recently labeled these Mexican cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, which means that anyone who aids them or runs the risk of prosecution themselves, including the death penalty. Also, what's a huge issue the Commerce is reporting is because the cartels do retaliate against those that do report them to law enforcement, they say this is also playing a major factor of Americans not reporting them to Mexican law enforcement. That's a huge deterrent as well, Natasha.
Yeah, Jorge, we appreciate it. I know you've also been tracking this case. The Trump administration, of course, making all these efforts to deport suspected gang members. It appears a Maryland man may have been deported by accident. What can you tell us? What is the latest there?
So right now, the White House is facing a Monday night deadline to return Salvadoran national Kimara Bergo Garcia back to the United States. He's right now being detained at the CCOT maximum prison in El Salvador. Now, a U.S. district judge did rule on Friday, calling that an illegal act and demanding that the administration returns Alberto Garcia back to the United States. The judge in this case is doubling down in response to the government's appeal today, denying that appeal and calling Alberto Garcia's deportation to the maximum security prison, quote, wholly lawlessness. Now, the White House has admitted that Alberto Garcia was deported by mistake, citing an administrative error, but maintaining that he's an MS-13 gang leader.
Fact number 2, we also have credible intelligence proving that this individual was involved in human trafficking. And fact number 3, this individual was a member, actually a leader, of the brutal MS-13 gang, which this president has designated as a foreign terrorist organization.
Now, the White House continues to maintain that the return of Alberto Garcia to the United States is not up to them. It'll be up to El Salvador's government. As of now, President Nayib Bukele of El Salvador has not publicly commented on this. This also comes, Natasha, as Bukele is set to visit the White House on April 14th. We'll see if Bukele and President Trump do address the American media on Alberto Garcia's case.
All right, Jorge Ventura live in San Antonio tonight. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.